Hi, hello everybody. Now welcome again in another video, and now in today's video we're discussing about placentation. Okay, so before discussing about placentation, we know about what is placenta. Okay, what is placenta? Basically, placenta is a attachment of an ovule with the ovary. It's called placenta. Okay, this whole structure is called placenta. Okay, so basically placentation is the arrangement of placenta into different chamber or within one chamber is called placentation. Basically this arrangement is called placentation. The arrangement of placenta is called placentation. Okay. Next we talk about types of placentation. Basically in this video we discuss about types of placentation, not only placentation. Okay, basically first of all we know about the definition, what is placentation, and now we're discussing about what is types of placentation. Okay, basically according to our syllabus we're discussing about 6 type of placentation. Okay, and next we're discussing about all about their images and how they look like and where it is present. Okay, so first of all we're discussing about marginal placentation. So one thing I just want to say you from the initial phase, that marginal, every term related in biology, every term related to the subject, every term related to the topic. Okay, so that's why every name comes from a particular point of view. Okay, so that's the reason that here the first type of placentation is called marginal placentation. Okay, so marginal, from the name, one thing you just imagine that marginal means the placentation somehow connected with margin. Okay, so that's the reason it is called marginal placentation. Okay, when a single placenta develop along the junction of two fused margin of a single chamber ovary, it is called marginal placentation. Means here the placenta develop from the margin of two junction of the chamber of an ovary, and here placenta develop only into a single chamber. Okay, this type of placentation is called marginal placentation, and this type of placentation present in pisum sativum. Okay, so this is pisum sativum. And now next type of placentation, and this type of placentation like marginal placentation look like that. Okay, so this is number A, and this type of placentation is called marginal placentation. Okay, next we talk about parietal placentation. So from the name parietal, one thing I just want to remember, this parietal, this is the terminology comes from dorsal and ventral. Okay, dorsal and parietal. Okay, visceral parietal, this is somewhat how connected with this term. Okay, so parietal, when the gymnosperm is formed by the fusion of two or more carpel, because of here two or more carpel fuse and form a placenta. Okay, now here more than one chamber may be present, or sometime it become one chamber, but here more than one chamber fuse with each other. Okay, so that's the reason it is called parietal. And why it is called parietal? Because the placenta, means the ovule, comes from the parietal region of a ovary. Okay, so now you also look the picture with the languages. Okay, so now the gynoecium is formed by the fusion of two or more carpel. Here look at this picture. So here one carpel and two carpel, fusion with this two carpel, the gynoecium formed. Okay, and after the fusion the ovule comes from the parietal region. Okay, placenta means this is the placenta developed from ventral surface, that is called parietal region. Okay, so this is the ventral surface within a single chamber ovary. So it is a single chamber ovary, this one and this one, single chamber ovary. Okay, so that's the reason it is called parietal placentation. And where it is found? It is found in Brassica campestris, Argemone mexicana and Curcumis sativa, means this is cucumber. Okay, so this is the first one is Brassica. The first one is Brassica campestris. The second one is Argemone mexicana, and the third one is Cucumis sativus or cucumber. Okay, so this is the second one, this is the third one. Okay, so next we talk about the another 4 types. Okay, so now number 3 or C, this is axile placentation. So from the name axile, one thing you just remember, axile position. So when the ovule develop from the axile position, then it is called axile placentation. First of all, we see the picture. So now this is the number C. So this type of placentation present in case of axile placentation. Okay, now now we discuss according the statement. Okay, the gynoecium is formed by 2 or more carpel. The gynoecium is formed by 2 or more carpel. So we see this all thing in the picture. So the gynoecium is formed by 2 or more carpel. The adjacent carpellary margin fuse, means the neighboring carpel fuse in a single border. Okay, and the center of the ovary forming an axis, and the center of the ovary forming an axis, thus make the ovary multi-chamber, and that thing make the ovary multi-chamber. Okay, the ovule develop on the central axis. The ovule develop on the central axis. Okay, so this is why this is called axillary placentation, and it's this type of placentation present in Canna indica. So again we just see the picture. So now this is the picture. Here more than one carpel present, they are fused and they are adjacent. Okay, adjacent means the surrounding or the neighboring carpel. Okay, and the same thing happen in case of this carpel. Here more than one means here 3 carpel attach, means fuse with each other by a common wall. Okay, and the same thing happen in case of C3, and the same thing happen in case of C4. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now next, the number 4 or D, free central. So from the name free central means when the central remain free, look like free, no margin, no division can be occur into the ovary. Okay, so free central. The development of gynoecium, is like that of axial placentation, is look like axial placentation, but the partition wall are broken, and thereby the ovary become unilocular and the ovule are born on the center axis of ovary. So now look at the picture, how they look like. So this is the number D1 and D2. Here all the ovary arise from the center, but here no partition. Okay, so here no partition present. If you compare it with the C type, if you compare it with C, then here the partition present, but in case of D, here no partition present. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now the next 2 types, this is superficial or laminal. The gynoecium is multi-chamber and syncarpous with a large number of ovules are present inside the ovary within any specific arrangement. Means when the large number of ovary means numerous ovary present inside the numerous ovule present inside the ovary without any specific arrangement, they are scattered into the ovary. So this type of arrangement is called superficial or laminal. Okay, so this type of arrangement or this type of placentation found in Nymphia stellata. Okay, and this type of arrangement present in Nymphia stellata, and this is look like this, like number E. Okay, this is the, so we discussing about this, they are scattered into the ovary. So they are scattered into the ovary, there is no specific arrangement. There is no specific arrangement. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now next we talk about last and the final type of placentation. Okay, so this is the basal. The ovary is unilocular and a large single ovule develop from the at the base of the locule. Means here a single locule means a single chamber present, and where only one ovule born or only one ovule can develop. Okay, so how they look like? They look like this. Okay, so they look like this. This is a single chamber. Okay, and a single ovule can born into this ovary. Okay, a single ovule can born into this ovary. So this is the ovule. I hope this is clear. Okay, so this is the whole video according the placentation. So I hope this video in this video clear all about placentation and their types. And if you have any question and any queries about this video regarding this topic, then you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, so now for today, thank you very much for staying with me, and now I will meet in next video. Okay, so thank you, tata, bye bye.